Jonah Keri from Grantland.com over there at ESPN came on the show today, and Jonah doesn't mince any words. He doesn't like this manager. If they want to get rid of him, get rid of him. He thinks tactically, Danny, he's one of the worst in baseball, and I'm just curious from your perspective, the text toy all over the place today. You done with Eric Wedge?
No. How many games do you think that even the most critical person of his managerial skills, how many games do you think he's cost him? Do you think that's the primary problem with this team? And if the answer to that is no, what I would point to is his history in Cleveland. And I know a lot of people get upset about that and say, well, he took him till 5 seasons to make the playoffs and all those different things. No, he oversaw a rebuilding process there, very similar to the one that you're trying to pull off here in Seattle. Doesn't that speak to the fact that his patience, the way he's been able to work with young hitters, eventually is going to pay off, that he is not the problem? And in terms of his track record, if you were going to look at things that need to be changed right now, it's not necessarily the day-to-day managerial decisions that are made.
He's got to manage the rest of this year. I think to do anything before this season ends would be a mistake. I think you've got to evaluate the total picture. And unfortunately for him, I don't think 3 years is nearly enough time. I really don't. There's 2 words that jump out. And one of them's a little surprising. When I met Eric 2.5 years ago, that I would sit here and say one of, I think, his strongest virtues is his patience. As a former player and as a guy that's very intense, and you see him and you meet him in person, he's got that presence, but he has been unbelievably patient. I think he's also been very loyal. Will those 2 things carry enough weight? Will there be enough wins when it's said and done at the end of the season? That is a question, but as far as the tactician goes, Danny, I think I'm in agreement with you. I just don't think Eric Wedge is the one to blame in this blame game today.